Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. And as things...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Reggie Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Lillard. Oh, Covington in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch.
Here's Jackson. Back to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Now Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Jackson against Lillard. Down low. Here's Covington. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Now here's Lillard. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. To the middle. Nurkic can't hit.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Powell against Leonard. And here is Powell. Now the feed to Nurkic, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Skilled at utilizing the pick and roll to his advantage. Nurkic moves very well in these sets.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. They get it again. Cousins on the follow.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Lillard outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 3. And that one drops for him.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. Collins with some nice D. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Anthony with the bucket.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Rondo, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. Kennard with the ball. Feeds it to Rondo. Clock at 4. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
McCollum's checked in for Lillard. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 1. Over to the wing. Cantor dishes to McCollum. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Outside Collins. The Trailblazers need to get off the shot. Morris into the lane. Good work there as it goes.
How about the strength of Morris, shrugging off the D and nailing the shot?
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Simons. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Rondo against McCollum. Here's Simons. Back to McCollum over Rondo. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dream.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Anthony is out there with Collins. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. Back to Beverly. Over McCollum. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Trailblazers trail by 7. Oh, Covington in position. And the officials call traveling violation.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnovers.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Kennard against Covington. Outside for Batum. The pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard, the pass to Batum. And he hits the jump shot. Batum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. And here is Powell. And the 3 off target. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Zubac, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the rebound by Nurkic. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. In the second quarter, held scoreless.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trail Blazers trail by 15. Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Looking to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
L.A. has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Now George. Rebound by Nurkic.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Powell finds Nurkic. Back to Powell. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. Got a piece of it.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Lillard against Jackson. George passes to Cousins. Right side Leonard. Tries from 10, and the bank shot is good. 6 points for Leonard.
Oh, he's one of the best passing fives in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Powell kicks to Covington. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Now here's Cousins. The 3 from George. Good D by Covington. No good on that one. And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. He lets And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Cousins in at the center position. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Trailblazers trail by 13. To the inside, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Clippers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
It's good. McCollum's got the first points of the second half here for the Trailblazers. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. George looking around. Pass to Morris. Back to George. Shot from 12. Yep, it counts. George has got 6.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Kicks it to Nurkic. 5 to shoot. Powell, the pass to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard misses.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Jackson gets the bucket.
The catch and shoot, Jay, is lethal when used correctly. Easy to see why Jackson likes it so much.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Off target with his 3.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Trailblazers trail by 15. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offensive rebound. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for Los Angeles, Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
And this is what Collins is going to give you, energy. Because of this, he draws these type of fouls.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Back to Kanter, and stolen by Cousins. Here's Kennard. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And what about the quick hands of Cousins? Sure, he's an offensive juggernaut, but he also keeps his eyes open for steals as well.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Cullen passes to Simons. Trailblazers keep it alive. Stolen. Morris outside. From deep three-point range. Second shot opportunity. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Wow, the shooting of Morris provides his team with this crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
For Los Angeles, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Collins. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's McCollum. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
So the wing on the left. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Kennard, the pass to Beverly. Shoots.
An area where McCollum must continue to work on. It helps whenever he's making an impact on defense.
Here's Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Portland shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Over in the corner, Beverly. 6 to shoot. Back to Zubac. Batum inside the three-point line. And again, no good by the Clippers. And McCollum launches it from deep. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Clippers on top. They lead by 14. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. And when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Outside, George. The pass to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson with the bounce pass. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Lillard. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. And they need to avoid that.
Powell inside. Jackson on him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George. And the first one at the line is good. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Well, talking about Lillard, he's so good as a scorer in the paint. I mean, probably just as good as any point guard.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Clippers lead by 14. And the Trailblazers shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Lillard up top, defended by Beverly. Lillard against Beverly. Just 5 to shoot, and it's Lillard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Back to Batum. Now, here's Kennard. He kicks to Batum. Passes it to Zubac. Kennard on the wing. Releases. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Lillard, the pass to Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
I like to see this. Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Now, here's Kennard. D right on him, and stolen by Lillard. And now, running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Here's Simons.
Yeah, easy call.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Clippers leading by 10. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Jackson kicks to George. Takes it out to Leonard. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. On defense, Portland. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And Leonard gets it to go.
And Simons a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Cousins.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
The Blazers on offense, 11-point game. McCollum, good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
George passes to Leonard. To the paint, Nurkic with the steal.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough.
Here's George. Rebound by Nurkic. Powell down low. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Nurkic off target with that shot. And so Los Angeles takes. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. So the Nets starting 5. We've got Durant. Kyrie Irving is out there with Griffin. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Now, here is Irving. Down low, here's Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Irving against Lillard. Fires for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Now, here is Irving. The wide open look for Durant. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. McCollum against Dinwiddie. Kicks it out to Lillard. The three-pointer, no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Durant. Makes it off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Kevin Durant. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. To the inside. And finished off by Nurkic.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Irving finds Dinwiddie. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Lillard looking around. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Knocks it loose. Powell with the steal. Oh, Covington in position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Griffin, here we go. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Boy, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
Now, here is Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The shot's good from Griffin.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
There's the pass to McCollum. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
KD passes to Irving. The 3. And it's Durant missing. Trailblazers trail by 5. Oh, Covington in position. Dinwiddie with the steal. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now here's Lillard. 26 seconds left here in the first quarter. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Takes a 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Nets leading by 7. Durant for 3. They grab their own miss. There's the 3. That one's not going to go. Powell, no one around him. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do.
I think it comes from the end.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Green is out there with Harris. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the center position. Passes to Simons. Oh, good on the triple.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Collins passes to Cantor, and he comes up with the deuce.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
Harden bounce pass. Good work there as it goes.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. A three-pointer is right on target.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Brown outside. McCollum against Harden. It's good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Zach Collins. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard's... Oh, that was terrific!
My goodness! And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
It's Powell on the wing. Now the feed to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. The three. He can't get it to go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Harden the pass to Jordan. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
Jordan's size and power make him a real hard cover around the rim.
Pass to Powell. Lillard against Harden. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And Harden launches it from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Powell. Kicks it out to Covington. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Lillard misses.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Harden against Lillard. That one doesn't drop.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest advantage of the period was...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Back to Lillard, 5 on the clock. Jordan with the rebound.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And here's KD for 3. No good, shot missing. And it's Portland the other way.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
In transition, here come the Nets. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Zach Collins checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Simons. He's covered by Irving. And a wide open look for McCollum. Connects from 3-point range. McCollum's got 6.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Back to McCollum. Kicks it out to Collins. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Trailblazers trail by 8. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Nobody near Irving, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
To the left wing. And here's Collins from outside. That shot misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. KD against Powell. From deep three-point range. No good from Durant.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Powell against Durant to end the run. The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Can't hit the step-back jump shot. Trailblazers trail by 10. Dinwiddie with the steal. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Collins kicks to McCollum. Back to Collins. He dishes it to Nurkic. Clock at 6. Pass to Collins. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. From deep. Stolen by McCollum. It's Collins with the drive. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And Durant launches from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
A deep 3 from Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter.
There is no limit to where Durant can shoot from, which is what makes him really dangerous when he's got the ball in his hands.
And so it's Brooklyn looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets getting the 4th quarter going. We've got Brown. He's out there with Harden. Harris is out there with Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Back to Harden. Portland grabs the miss.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Kicks it out to Lillard from deep. McCollum, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Brown.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Trailblazers trail by 13. Over in the corner, Lillard fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Trailblazers. Harden dishes to Brown. And the pass to Claxton. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And that one drops.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Covington wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. Brooklyn leading by 11. Harden outside. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Lillard throws it down.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
In the corner, it's Harris. Launches it. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Right side, Covington. 1:37 left in the fourth. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Powell, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Lillard against Irving. Irving double team. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Lillard with it, picked up by Brown. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from McCollum.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That's tipped. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. At one point, they led by 16. He rifled that one in from distance.
And, you know, the timing Durant has. Does a nice job, really excels at pulling up and then stopping on the dime, straight up, straight down off the dribble and delivering.
It's Powell on the wing. Lillard from outside. Good D by Irving.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The three-pointer off the mark. In the corner, Powell with it. McCollum outside. Out to the right wing. Lillard from outside. And it's Lillard again missing. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Oh, we are...
Hey, Kevin. Giroux.
Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Holiday goes in, feeds it to Lopez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Inside, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Holiday against Lillard. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass.
Well, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
Lillard dishes to Powell. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Nurkic, and he makes good on the layup. Nurkic has got his second basket of the game.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Lopez. Back to Holiday. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Holiday against Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. And it's the Bucks ball. Here's Giannis. And they pick up 2.
Well, when Giannis has room to run, he is fun to watch. To get out and transition there.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
In the corner, Powell with it. McCollum against DiVincenzo. It's McCollum with the drive. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Powell kicks to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Bucks leading by 6. Middleton looking it over. Nurkic with the steal. To the paint. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
Well, Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Pass to Lopez. Giannis passes to Lopez. Shot clock at 5. That one falls.
Staying confident in the paint. Middleton does a good job sinking that one.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. He kicks it to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. No good on the shot. Bucks have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Lillard.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Portland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. They get it back. Nurkic kicks it out to McCollum. Drills it from outside.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 5-point game. Middleton on the wing. Puts up a 3. That one, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. McCollum dishes to Lillard. No good on the 3.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. "12 seconds left in the first quarter. Simons the pass to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
And Milwaukee has possession. Here's Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying
Being able to go through adversity and come out stronger.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the one. McCollum, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. Now, Collins continues to play hard and determined to get inside to make it happen.
Tucker with the ball. He's against Cantor. Portis finds Middleton. Now, here's Tucker. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Out to Anthony. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Melo showing some muscle. Impressive right there with that physical finish.
Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And a wide open look for McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got the lead up to 1 now for Portland. Here is Forbes. Buries it down low. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. McCollum with the ball. He's got 5. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Forbes. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own. It's no good. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Tries again. It's stolen. Now the Bucks moving it up. It's stolen by Anthony. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. It's his first trip to the line, and the first one drops.
Such a big guy, Cantor, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat, an extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
For the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Zach Collins. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. That shot off. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lobs it up for Cantor.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
Holiday against Lillard. Here's Cantor. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the and that
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
The shot by Powell, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
DiVincenzo against Powell. And here's Covington from the arc. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Covington. 3-pointer Lillard. Portland again missing.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo. And he banks in the layup. DiVincenzo's got 11.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Collins passes to Simons. Back to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Puts the move on. Rebounded by Tucker. The Bucks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. And now a 3-point Bucks lead.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Passes it to Simons. To the middle. Here's Nurkic, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Here is Forbes, covered by Anthony. To the left side wing, and Forbes kicks it to Tucker. Lays it up and banks it in. Tucker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
35 seconds left in the third quarter. Out to the wing. Back to DiVincenzo. To the paint. There's Portis. Lays it up off the glass. Portis has got his first points of the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebounded by Tucker.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 7. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Here's Holiday on the court for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Lillard against Holiday. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Bucks. And here is DiVincenzo. And it's good for 2. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Holiday surveying the floor. The 19-foot shot, good as the jump shot falls. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
McCollum against DiVincenzo. Lopez with the bucket.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Covington inside the line. Here's Anthony. Kicks it out to Lillard. From downtown. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Now DiVincenzo. Now the pass to Middleton. For the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Pass to Covington. Nurkic up top. And McCollum puts up a deep 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Anthony kicks to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Portland no good that time either. And it's Milwaukee's ball. A big stretch here going 10-2.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident looking performance for the Bucks.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
From deep. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard surveying the D. Nurkic against Giannis. Fires from deep. Lillard misses. Outside, Antetokounmpo. From deep three-point range, Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The 15-footer and the basket by McCollum.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Clippers, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Cousins in at the center position. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
George finds Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Now Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Tipped away. Leonard with the steal. Jackson against Lillard. Left side, Leonard. Pass to Cousins. Clock at 4. Goes up the baseline. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Cousins.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Covington in the corner. Three-pointer. Cousins pulls it in.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Leonard the pass to George. Misses the layup.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's Nurkic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
McCollum against George. Here's Cousins. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. Powell kicks to Lillard. For 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's George. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Solid work by DeMarcus. Locates his spot, sets up quickly. That's how you catch and shoot in rhythm.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Powell against Leonard. Now here's Powell. D right on him. Covington passes to Lillard. Here's Powell. At the tip. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
McCollum against George. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The pass to Powell from the arc. It's hauled in by George. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Cousins has got 8 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Nurkic has it in the corner. Powell for 3. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first 3 from the floor.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Now, here's Lillard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's Leonard. 6-point lead. Back to George. Down low. Here's Cousins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
So difficult to stop. You try and match his physicality. Nope. There's Cousins going to the line.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Anthony. Passes it to Simons. Misses the 3. Here's Kennard. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony is out there with Collins. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Here's Anthony. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
That one goes in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Anthony down low, defended by Batum. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Kennard, and the layup's good off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
McCollum outside. Pass to Simons. Offensive rebound. Back to McCollum from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kennard kicks to Batum. He dishes it to Ibaka. Back to Batum. Taken away by Anthony. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Lobs it up for Ibaka. The Clippers again turning it over. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Zubats. Outside for Jackson. Here's George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 6 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. And the rejection by Zubats.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Back to Kennard. On the wing, George. And the 3 off target. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter, and he makes that one. He's got 6.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
George dishes to Jackson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Lillard attacking. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson passes to George. Out to Morris. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And the Clippers miss again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
So that'll be it for the first half. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. It was DeMarcus Cousins who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, 4 rebounds. That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Cousins has really been making it happen, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Cousins in at the 5 spot.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. About 1 minute played here in the second half. McCollum, no good. Clippers leading by 6. Leonard kicks to Jackson. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Jackson passes to George. Rebounded by Covington. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Powell dishes to McCollum. Hands it from downtown. McCollum's got 7.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
George looking around. Pass to Morris. Feeds to Cousins. That shot no good. And it's Portland the other way. Kicks it out to McCollum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 9.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Back to Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Anthony's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The pass to Powell. Beyond the arc. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Leonard the pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Pass to Carmelo. Kicks it to Powell. From outside the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. No good again that time.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
The three from George. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 8. Covington with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Kicks it out to Covington. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Outside for Rondo. Pass to George. That doesn't go either for George. The Trailblazers have gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. Covington with the bucket.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to George. Yes, that goes in.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Pass to Powell. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Powell. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Easy look for mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
Lillard against Beverly. Count the basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing here by 8. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The pass to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. A second chance effort. Here's Zubac. He feeds it to Ibaka. Kennard for 3. The shot, no good.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Nurkic.
Going to work. Nurkic puts forth such an effort on offense. That's what gets him his looks.
Here's Beverly. Ibaka against Covington. Shot clock at 6. Here's Beverly. Good work defensively by Lillard.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Nurkic in the post, working on Zubac. Goes back up. Another shot. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Nurkic.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Kennard with the ball. Powell's there.
Exploding to the rim. Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. Here's Ibaka. The 10-footer finds the target. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Here's Nurkic. That three off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Trying to get open is Ibaka. A shot by Batum, no good. Trailblazers trail by 8. Covington finds Lillard. Portland again missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Batum with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Zubac the pass to Ibaka. Nurkic with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Powell against Beverly. Left side Ibaka. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Powell. Over in the corner, Lillard. It's held in by Zubac. And here's Los Angeles. Kennard for 3. The shot missing. It's Powell on the wing. Defended by Beverly. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. That shot off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Kennard on the wing. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do But traffic in New York City make it. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Durant. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch. Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. McCollum outside. A 3 ball. The shot misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. KD passes to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And he's good on the 3 ball.
He's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And then Durant with the dunk.
Remarkable strength on the alley-oop. Durant, he's taking no prisoners. And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Powell. And here's McCollum for three. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. First quarter, about a minute and a half in.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Harden draws the double. There's the pass to Brown. Right side, Jordan. Durant, the pass to Jordan. 6 to shoot. And Griffin scores. The assist by Jordan.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. No coverage that time.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
Harden against Lillard. Good on the bucket.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
Lillard up top, guarded by Harden. A three from McCollum. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Durant, here we go. And then Durant with the dunk.
You got to enjoy watching Durant finish strong. A ferocious competitor who's always looking to jam him when he has room to.
Now Lillard. The dish now to Powell. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for Griffin. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Brown. Portland also making some changes. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. It's Harden with the drive.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. From deep three-point range. He can't get that one to fall. The Nets go the other way with it. Irving with the ball. Lillard picks him up. 2 points. That one goes. Harden's got 6.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now, here's Cantor. Outside Anthony. Pass to McCollum. Here's Cantor. Off the left rim and out.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Here's Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They get it again. Cantor kicks to Powell. Passes it to Carmelo. Trying to get something going. The rebound by KD. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. Harden. They get the rebound. Outside Durant. From deep. And no good that time. Got it up. And no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Naturally a ball-dominant player.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5, down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nobody near Irving. And it's good off the back rim and in. Irving's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Outside Collins. Shot on the wing. The rebound by the Nets.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. McCollum left side. Here's Simons. He's covered by Irving. Cantor's shot is off.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Anthony against Irving. Here's Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket in this one.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Simons. The Trailblazers rebound, and here's McCollum for 3. Portland again missing.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting.
Irving passes to Claxton. They kick it out to Green. Irving with it, working on Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Simons. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Now, here is Irving, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Harris looking it over. The pass to Claxton. And on the way from Irving for 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Trailblazers trail by 20. After a promising rookie campaign a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table. And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the right side. Here's Simons. Goes back up. And the layup good by Collins.
Love the heart that Collins is playing with. He makes use to give his all on the offensive glass.
Irving with the bounce pass. He feeds it to Green. The kick out to Irving. Offensive rebound. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Nets leading by 15. Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
9 seconds left now here in the second. Here is Lillard. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Nets leading by 17. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 17. And that should...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Here's Durant. Nets with the new shot clock. Oh, Griffin in position. It's not going to go for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
Durant for three. No good on that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Here's the three. Lillard with the rebound.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight. Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
On the wing, Brown. He's guarded by McCollum. Lobs it up for Jordan. And the layup falls. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter.
A comfort zone of Jordan's. The closer he is to the rim, the more efficient he becomes.
Powell finds McCollum. Three-pointer. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Keeps it alive, and Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got 6.
Now, the aggression that Griffin plays with, I mean, that's what sets him apart, whether he's attacking the basket or getting after it on the offensive glass like he does right here.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Man showing some terrific range. 7 points in the game.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Covington. Lillard from outside. Good D by Harden.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. Well, you're not going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
The long distance three is buried. KD's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Brooklyn. Lillard against Harden. Portland no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers. His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Nurkic can't hit. And here are the Nets. A nice run going 12 in a row. KD draws the double. Harden no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
For three, Durant. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Durant's had total confidence in his jumper. Probably since the first jumper he took. I mean, he's one of the most natural-looking shooters you'll ever see.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by the Nets.
Harden the pass to Durant from deep three-point range. And it's Portland with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. And the dunk by Powell.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Harden bounce pass. And Durant launches from deep. That doesn't go either for Durant. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Harden way outside. Rebounded by McCollum.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Nets as they end the third quarter on a 15-6 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game, and this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Johnson. Kyrie Irving is out there with Luwawu. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Passes to Little. Now here's Collins. Inside, Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Irving looking over the floor. Pass to Luwawu. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
At the elbow, it's Harris. Irving for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Cantor. The rebound by the Nets. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game. And another shot. Nice move. From past the arc. Offensive rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Now, here is Irving. Shoots the 3. Collins grabs the miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. From deep. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers trail by 21. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Irving way outside from beyond the arc and then some.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Kevin Durant.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for Zach Collins. Out to Harris. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Now the pass to Simons. 17-foot shot on the way. Kicks it out to Jones. It's Hollis Jefferson, top of the key. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Johnson with it. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. What? It's time for the NBA. Let's take a look at our starters from Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Middleton, and staying with the play, Middleton.
Chris Middleton can make contributions by using his frame to be a good rebounder. Good effort there.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to DiVincenzo. He feeds it to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Well, Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Lopez with the steal. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
Back to Lillard. The reverse. And the layup is up and in.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
And the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. McCollum outside. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Portland.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Giannis against Covington. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Giannis missing.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Bucks leading by 3. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Over McCollum. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard attacking. Passes it to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. And a wide open look for McCollum. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 9. The Bucks have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Middleton right side. Lets it go from deep. The shot will not fall. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Powell for 3. Kicks it out to Covington. Three-pointer, Lillard. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Holiday in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Fearless drive from Drew Holiday straight at the defense with that dribble move.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Lillard looking around. Had the space there, but it's offline.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And it's good, 2 points.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. From deep 3-point range, it's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons, kicks it out to McCollum. And here is Powell. The feed to Cantor. Lets it go with a 3. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was in.
For me personally, I just...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And Connaughton has it in the corner. Down low. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And Forbes has it in the corner. To the inside. Got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. McCollum no good. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Forbes. Offline with his 3. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Kicks it out to McCollum. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Anthony on the wing. Shoots over Portis. Kept alive. Here's Collins. And the layup's good off the glass. Collins has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
You know, Collins continues to play hard and determined to get inside to make it happen.
Middleton on the wing. Covered by Anthony. Anthony with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And it's Lillard missing. The Bucks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's Giannis. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through. What a joy to watch him in transition.
Lillard from outside. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Deep two from Anthony, and that one off the back of the rim and in. He has 6.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Holiday finds Giannis. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Here's Holiday. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Lillard from outside drills the three-pointer.
I don't think he saw the hand in his face, just focused on the rim. Great shooting window, got into a rhythm and drained it.
Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bucks lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris,
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jeff. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on. And that's.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Lillard finds McCollum. High post, Nurkic. Lopez is there. Just 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Powell.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Lillard against Holiday. And to Antetokounmpo inside. Lopez, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 3. And here's McCollum for 3. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 14 points.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Now here is Holiday. 12 points for him.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. To the middle, here's Lopez. Count that one. Lopez has got his second bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Right wing. Back to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Good to watch Nurkic out there concentrate on his passing. At 7 feet tall, he sure can scan the floor.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Lillard outside. Covington finds Lillard. Yep, it counts.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Bucks have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. Pass to Lopez. Here's Giannis. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Holiday surveying the floor. 1:15 left in the third. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Holiday with it. Cantor covering. Outside Portis. And the shot goes in. Portis has got 6 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Takes the three. That shot missing. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Holiday. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And now a 5-point Milwaukee lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Bucket is good.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. Pass to Portis. Now Holiday, 17 points in the game. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
That is a vicious dunk from Holiday there. When you give him room to run, he can take off just like that.
Drew Holiday has been on display for Milwaukee. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Powell is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Outside Holiday. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Off target with the open look.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And here is Powell. Here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. The pass to Portis. The dish to Tucker. Back to Portis. Kicks to Tucker. Here's Middleton. The rebound by Simons.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but they can make this lead hold up. He can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Forbes dishes to Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Great to see moments where Drew Holiday can show how explosive he is right now in a groove.
Here's McCollum. Makes it off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Out left to the wing. And Tucker kicks to Holiday. Basket counts. Holiday's got 23 points.
Drew's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. McCollum against DiVincenzo. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Antetokounmpo against Covington. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Portland leading. Lillard outside. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
That's a tip of the cap there, always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Antetokounmpo. To the paint. And the dunk by Lopez.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Middleton. Giannis with it. Lillard picks him up. Here's Holiday. Back to Giannis. Down low. Lopez. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. 1:15 left to play here in the fourth. Holiday against Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Nurkic has got 6 in the quarter.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
Holiday against Lillard. DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Off target from outside. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Portland has possession. Lillard outside.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And the Bucks with possession. Giannis with it. Now defended by McCollum. Here's Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. right now. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win sets a